Everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So let's just get into this review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. They are back. Season 6, episode 16. Innocent until proven Keke. Child, they done opened up with Keke on Crime Stoppers with the Home Depot. I guess they'll get more into it throughout the season, but that's all they show. So Mel goes to visit Tiffany and a new baby. That baby is adorable. Aww. Anyway, let's talk about Mel and her product placement. Okay, that's what reality TV is about. If you're going to be on there with the doggone mess and you got a business, at least have your business promoted on there, okay? It's a give and take situation. Anyway, and another thing, Mel going to have her something to eat, okay? She does not play, okay? So we go into Tiffany talking about how Keke was on Crime Stoppers and now she's worried about her brand. And, you know, Melody's big on her brand. Is she concerned? And Melody said, innocent until proven guilty. And Tiffany kept pushing the issue. Now, Tiffany, I'm going to have to call you to the table, okay? You worried about your brand for Keke, but you're not worried about your brand for Martell and his revenge pee on Melody and all the other shenanigans he done did. You foolish. Okay. Mel ain't biting on this brand situation Tiffany trying to make light of, okay? She gets in her confessional and says, if you're worried about your brand, then don't hang around Keke. Point blank and to the period. So she ends it with, well, I'm going to go check on Keke to make sure everything is all right. So Tiffany wants to reveal the baby to everyone. And she decides to do a video because she did a video for her wedding. She sent out a video invite, so she wants to do this for the baby reveal. Melody helps her shoot the video, and that's the end of the scene. So we got Big Courtney going to see Marceau at the Black Cigar Lounge when Marceau's having a drink. Okay, but anyway, Marceau says that he was not expecting Courtney. Yes, she was, because this is a scene set up for you to meet with Courtney. But anyway, he says that the only reason Courtney is here is because it was misinterpreted by Stormy that he attacked her. So Courtney calls Marceau to task about this $100 that needed to be paid for the vendor. And Courtney let it be known, y'all never said nothing about the $100. And here go Marceau going into his spiel and lying about he told everybody it was on the World Wide Web. Lies. But y'all had a whole meeting with these people. Why y'all never said nothing then? See what Marceau and Tisha don't get? Like, y'all on national TV. Y'all are representatives for y'all business. And if y'all not doing business well, y'all not going to get no pickups. Like, what part of that don't y'all understand? We could tell all through and in and out of this that y'all be lying through y'all teeth. Y'all not sincere about nothing. So Courtney basically checks Marceau and tell him to stay in men's business and not in women's business. And that Tisha should have been the one to come to Stormy about the $100. And why Marceau going to say it's shocking to me that a man will come to me about staying out of women's business when he sells women hair care products. Marceau, you sound so stupid. One does have nothing to do with the other. Okay? He's making money selling women's product. You're looking stupid talking about women and confronting women. He thought that was a dig. That's sad, Marceau. So Courtney dropped $100 tip on the bartender. Of course, Marceau was counting every doggone dollar. So Kimmy goes to visit Tisha in her rental property for, like Kimmy said, for whatever reason they doing it for. Okay. Can we talk about this laugh that Tisha has? It's like chalk on a chalkboard. Or almost like the Wicked Witch from The Wiz. It's just annoying. Anyway, Kimmy says she's going to visit Tisha because the last time they met, they were at a lunch with Tiffany and Stormy in the Bad Energy. Girl, what you talking about, bad energy? Tisha is bad energy. So Tisha lets them know that they moved from a smaller space to a smaller space. And all she could think about is them building a house that probably will never get built, but that's all she could think about. And Kimmy asks about, there's no timelines? She says, no. Kimmy says, you're a better woman than me, child. Mm-hmm. Or more like, see, this is why I didn't want to go into this doggone Scott manor with y'all, because y'all don't know what the y'all doing. So they start talking about the lunch that they had with Stormy and Tiffany. And Tisha goes in and say that they not part of the comeback group and that they didn't participate and do nothing. Who they think they is? Tisha is R, Miss Master's Degrees. So Kimmy and Tisha claiming that they don't know what Tiffany do. Y'all grown, master's degrees, a nurse. Just ask her what she do for a living. Duh, what the fuck? So Tisha and Kimmy get to talking about Keke. Look how excited Tisha is to talk about her cousin Keke and her possible downfall. Child, I can't. Child, Tisha, come on. Somebody said to you, normally if you're dealing with drug dealers, you got to go get stuff for them. You mean Marceau told you that? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. As a cousin, the first thing you should have did was reach out to your cousin. But no, you study gossiping. You're horrible. Here go Tisha in her confessionals. Keke needs to put all her energy towards herself and get herself together. Did you reach out to Keke to see what really happened? Or you just making a grand assumption? And let me tell y'all how y'all know Tisha lying. Tisha get the wiggling when she lying. She get the wiggling in her seat when she lying. Tisha, if you're going to be a real cousin, get up off this TV screen acting like you care. And if you care, go talk to your cousin. So Tisha claims that she's going to pray about going to Tiffany's baby reveal. Child, please, you're going to be there because that's a check for you. Stop playing. So Chris Fetcher goes over to see Martell basically to find out when he going to move his broke behind out this doggone house that he was courteous enough to get the owners to give him a month-to-month lease on because he ain't had nowhere to go. How this fool gonna tell somebody to put some booties on their feet because they're realtors and brokers when they showing somebody's house? Well, if you get out the house, he could put on some booties on his shoes to show the house. But you ain't getting out the house. Get out. Move, bitch. Get out the way. So Chris basically tells him that he's upset that him and his wife was subpoenaed to come to court for Martell. And Martell gonna try to play it off and say, I just wanted y'all to come to court to tell the truth, whether it was against me or not. Lies. You wanted them to tell the story that'll be in your favor. Now tell the truth on that. You is whack, Martell. Chris Fletcher said him and his wife was pissed because they friends with both of them and they are not choosing sides. Okay, Martell, do you clean up that particular office area? Because the last time we seen you in this scene with your mama, it looked... You know that time you was acting like you was selling massive bottles of your wine? Yeah, it still looked the same. The hell? So Chris gets right down to it. When are you moving out this house? I gave you 30 days. You took 40. Matter of fact, you took 8 months because you knew the house was on the market. And then now you want to cry, oh, where me and my kids gonna go? Don't use your kids. You a grown man. You knew your situation. Get the hell about the people's house. So Chris basically said his confessionals that Martell is taking advantage of the friendship and that he supposed to give him some type of leeway because he's Martell. No. Chris, he ain't say this, I'm saying this. You ain't about to mess up my business, okay, with your shenanigans. So Martell doing all this fussing, trying to make Chris Fletcher feel guilty about his situation, then going to turn around and say he found a place. He need 90. Nope, Chris said 2 weeks. That's it. 2 weeks and get the fuck out. Boy, Martell with this sense of entitlement and feeling like somebody owe him something. Don't nobody owe you nothing. So Kimmy and Maurice are out on electric bikes. Kimmy is out getting her exercise in because she said the doctor said that would alleviate her being so tired from all her chemo treatments and things like that. Then they get to talking about the expo and how, Marceau asked Stormy for the $100. And Maurice said, we paid too, only to find out that half the vendors that came didn't pay the $100. They only start asking for $100 because some particular expense went up, which Kimmy is not clear on what the expense was. Bad business. It's not even bad business. They probably needed the money to pay for those renovations, in my opinion, and pad their pockets, in my opinion. And then Kimmy and Maurice get to talking about Kimmy's sex drive and Maurice needing more sex. Over it. Next. So Stormy and her husband are at their warehouse packaging her products or whatever. They get to talking about, Marceau approaching her and how she feels that Tisha had to come to her because Marceau complained about Tisha agreeing with Stormy at the time of the event on the expo. And it does look that way. I agree with Stormy on that. Tisha had to come say something because Marceau made her do it. Okay. So then they get to talking about how Stormy's going to help Tiffany plan her gender reveal. And then she goes, you think all the ladies gonna come? He said they should. Oh, but I don't know about Keke. So that was the segue to bringing that Keke was on Crime Stoppers. And in Stormy's confessional, she says that she has compassion for Keke. It's just crazy to me how you could be compassionate for Keke, but no compassion for Mel with all that she was going through with her crazy baby daddy ex-husband. That's just weird to me. Cause she ain't call you cause she changed her number. Weird. It was given, I needed a moment and I'm gonna use Mel to get it, okay? And the crazy part is I like Stormy. I feel like she's very talented. And she needs to show that on this show. Kudos to her and Courtney, too, for the product placement. So Mel meet with Keke. She comes on over and bring her a gift. Product placement. Okay. So they get to talking about, Mel asks Keke how she's doing. Keke lets us know that she's been in the hospital 2 times. She's been in a lot of pain in her back. Listen, I know the first thing y'all gonna think is probably from them drugs, but I disagree, As you get older, certain things start happening to the woman's body, especially when you're going into premenopausal stages. Okay. Then they show Keke going on this talking rant. Child, they did you dirty, Keke, but you do talk a lot. Okay. You need to learn how to edit yourself. Okay. So Mel basically tells her, listen, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. But there's these things going on the internet, and people have been sending it to me about this Crime Stopper stuff. And even Tiffany brought it up about her being accused of crime. Keke said accused or convicted. And then the scene ends. And then they put a little note up that says, as of the air date of this episode, no charges have been filed against Keke Jabbar in connection with the Crime Stoppers segment. So that was the end of the episode. It was okay. We pretty much saw all this stuff in the preview, so it was okay. That's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Come down in the comment section. Let's talk about this doggone episode. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.